Hello everyone and welcome to another video of Love and Wargames. Today we're gonna have a 3 players battle because the third player did not arrive yet, he will arrive a little bit later. And this time it's gonna be Commonwealth against
Imperium.
So thanks to Zongo to come, and you will see another player, which is Avner, that you have seen quite a few times already on the channel. This time we're going to do a 1500 points battle. For my side, it's going to be just one player, and most of it is going to be in reserve. So most of it arrives when Avner arrives as well. And on the other side, there's going to be 750 points per player. We're gonna try to make this game a little bit faster than we usually do. We will not film every dice roll to see how it works. If you like it, let us know. And if you prefer when we really film literally every dice roll, let us know as well in the comments. Before we start to have a look at the lists, let's first see how it's going and what is the status on the narrative campaign.
The ambush of Admiral Stolyarenkova had failed, and the White Flotilla had suffered its first military defeat. Not willing to let the Imperium grow too confident out of it, the Commonwealth forces sent a small task force behind the enemy lines, leading a troops convoy for a landing operation behind the Imperium's main force. The objective was breaking the Prussian front line, force them to retreat, allowing the bulk of the Commonwealth ground troops on the northern coast to surge forward. This elite Russian task force was led by the Partuzov-class battleship, the Frozen Hearth, as well as the legendary squadron of the 3 Bogatyrs. Commonwealth intelligence did expect a tough, defensive Prussian fleet, composed of a powerful Kaiser Electro battleship, as well as some Bloodstar cruisers. What they did not expect is that the Imperium would be fast enough to withdraw a Stark Imperium sky fortress from the front line, alongside with some escorting Jaegers. Will the Commonwealth breach the naval defensive blockade and land their troops behind the Imperium's back? Or will this elite task force of the White Flotilla be lost with all hands, cementing the Imperium's superiority in these glacial seas? Let's find out, first with the presentation of the lists and the deployments.
Now, to explain the deployments, and before that, I need to explain that we did our deployment and there is Avner's miniatures, and Avner is here. Hello, Avner.
Hello, how are you guys?
The thing is, we started to play, as we said, in 1500 points. However, most of my fleet was in reserve, and we played the first 2 turns, and it was really way too strong. I almost tabled the Zongo, poor Zongo, at the end of 2 turns. He's sad. Look how sad he is. Oh. No, but really, like, it's way too powerful, strategic reserve and everywhere. So we decided to redo it. So it's going to be 1,000 points per side only because we are running out of time during this day. But it was not very interesting to see, like, it just went to the middle and I just came to the corners and there was not much counterplay possible. So we're doing this on 1,000 points, so half of the table. Quite packed in terms of terrain, might be interesting. And now we'll have a look for the deployments. First, the Imperium side, and the list, presentation of the list as well.
Well, yeah, pretty much as usual. So I have a Stark Imperium Sky Fortress and 4 Jaeger aerial destroyers. The idea is to attack with the Jaegers because they're destroyers and they're to die, but deal as much damage as possible before dying. And just maybe playing a bit more defensive with Stark Imperium, since I have 8 SRS.
Yeah.
And my opponent doesn't have any, so it's a big advantage.
Yeah, he might try to step back. The Stark Imperium on the first game was crippled very, very fast because I could just pop next to him, but here it will not be possible.
Yeah, well, no, you have a lot of railguns as well.
Yeah, I do.
Well, we'll see how it goes.
One thing to note, we know it's the Black Wolf Mercenaries, but we made a little unboxing on the first video that you will not see. But he has just bought the Sturgeonium Sky.
The Sturgeonium Sky.
So it's the last time you will see these counters, because now this Sturgeonium Skies finally arrived and you will be able to have it. Avner, what do you have here?
Here we have 2 Bloodstar and 1 Kaiser. Here I choose these 2 Bloodstar to have use firepower against the Commonwealth. They have a lot of big armor.
Yep.
Here, the big point is to maintain here our position on the quarter table and focus a lot of firepower of the Commonwealth because they love to fire with.
At extreme range. That's true. Yeah, we didn't say, but we play in the controlling of the table quarters.
That's a point.
So we can see a little division here, like they share their table sides.
This is the best map here. The best,
side of the map.
Yeah.
Here, we can see that we improved a little bit the island with additional terrain, by the way. I have only 3 units. Why? Because I have the Partusov here with 3 Ruriks escorting. That is going to be a lot of extreme range firepower. Talking about extreme range firepower here, we have the Kostroma with its mag railgun. I did not use it with unexpected arrival or anything. It's too powerful with this. It's just gonna lay back and make some extreme range firepower, at least for the first turn. And then the unit I really wanted to try at least once, 3 Morosco that are going to be played as 3 Bogatyrs. They have a lot of things. They have Devils on Lug, they have inspirational, logistical support, elite crew, everything. I'm not sure they have elite crew though, but they have a lot of good rules, and let's see how they go. So 3 activations here, 5 activations there. I did seize the initiative, so it's going to be the Commonwealth that plays first. Let's have a look for the first turn. First activation of the Commonwealth. I'm going to be very greedy. First of all, I moved forward here. Not enough, not more, because I didn't want to be in range of the Prince Eugen. I don't want to be closing range when he activates. I'm just have a little line of sight here, here, to throw my torpedoes at the Kaiser Elector, and then I'm gonna declare my tri-railguns on the Jaegers, because first I declare them on the Prince Eugen with heavy firepower, but they use 2 cards with Fortunes of War to counter it. So now I'm just gonna declare 3 singular attack against the unit of Jaegers, starting on this one. We just had a little discussion actually, and nothing says in the rule that when heavy firepower is countered, you have the right to then change the target. Maybe yes, maybe no, probably maybe no. So then the attacks are going to be all of them on the Prince Eugen, all of them, but still separate attacks at 9 dices. And then the torpedoes are going on our little friend, the Kaiser Elector. 11 dices of torpedoes against the Kaiser Elector. 1 explosive. That's it. Yeah, it's not gonna be enough. Don't even need a defense roll. And now the 3 railguns attack against the Stark Imperium. First attack, rerolling blanks because he's lumbering. So first attack is enough to make 1 whole point of damage and a critical. Critical is gonna be navigation lock. Second attack of the railgun is going to be rerolling blank. Oh, of course. Il est facile ce jeu. 4 explosives. 14 hits for the second railgun attack. It's going to be 2 more points of damage and a second critical, which is going to be magazine explosion, of course. One thing we didn't say is that the Stark Imperium takes 2 points of damage from its own magazine explosion because of dirigible construction, like the fact that it is a Zeppelin. And third railgun attack, rerolling blanks, luckily. Thanks to being lumbering. And 5, it's not gonna be enough.
For us.
Wait, activation of the Imperium. As you just heard, 1 victory point because he's within 5 inches of the table center. He put all his SRS token on the Kostroma, and he's gonna try to repair everything that he suffered. And he repairs 1 thing. Next activation, my Kostroma is very angry, and he's gonna shoot all his railgun in 1 big attack at the Stark Imperium. It's gonna be 12 plus 2 plus 2, 16, and each weapon now that is rail gains +1, so it's gonna be 19 dices in total. Giant Slayer, and anyway it's lumbering, so I'm gonna be rerolling the blanks. I hope to cripple him in 1 fell activation. Okay, rerolling the blank. Not perfect, but 4 explosives. So that is 17 hits in total, a little bit below statistics. I am going to do 2 whole points of damage. He has 1 left. I make 1 critical, so it depends on the critical whether he is crippled or not. Magazine explosion, wonderful. So it makes catastrophic explosions. So he takes 2 hull points of damage. He is crippled and he goes to the yellow level of disorder. But no, I don't give it. Good luck. And he's lucky that he did not remove the magazine explosion. Well, it would have been the same actually. Anyway, good activation from the Kostroma. Next activation of the Imperium. The Bloodshares are coming on and they're trying to make an alpha strike on the 3 Bogatirs. They're going to separate their heavy gun batteries because of ablative armor. It was not very useful. They're going to have 7 dices each time. 2 of those attacks are going to be fine because they see center to center. And 2 of the attacks are going to be obscured because they barely see a little bit of this. So now, first wave, 7 dices not obscured. Good that it was not obscured. 4 explosives. Okay, so that's going to be 10. The first 2 attacks did only 1 point of damage while not being obscured. Third attack, and now it is obscured, is gonna be another point of damage. Wait, and last heavy gun battery, it's gonna be 2, 4. No, that's it.
Not enough.
And now the torpedoes. Wait, the torpedoes did this. Now 2 explosives, making another explosive, and not a bad roll. Not a bad roll. Defensive roll, making -3. So now the 3 Bogatirs are moving forward. They are all going to focus their firepower on the Stark Imperium. It is a long range, so the small gun batteries will not help, and I will not be able to use the, what is the name? The Cryoblast generator. All of this, because it's aerial, it counts as 1 bandwidth further. So that's still going to be, thanks to Pack Hunter, 23 dices. Rerolling blanks because he's lumbering. Rerolling the 2 blanks. 3 explosives. So that is 29 hits, 1 hit away from killing it outright. That is going to be between the catastrophic explosion that brings him already to the red. That is going to be 6 points of damage. He has 1 hull point left and 1 critical. If it is Sturginium flare or magazine explosion, it is dead outright. And also if it is the generator offline. And generator offline, because he was to the red thanks to the catastrophic explosion. Generator offline gives him 2 points of disorder, so he goes...
No, it has a generator.
It has a generator. Ah, my bad, my bad. As you heard, he has a generator, so he's in the black, no generator, 1 hull point left.
Excellent.
Easy. The Jaegers are charging, and they are going to focus all their firepower on this Morosco, one of the 3 Bogatirs, and they hope to cripple him at the end so he cannot use his Cryoblast anymore. Further Storm Clouds, it's going to be 11 dices, thanks to ablative armor.
Explosive?
Wait. 3 explosives, 17, so there's going to be 2 points of damage and 1 critical damage. Let's see the critical.
Boom.
Boom, magazine explosion for everyone. So it's going to be 3 points of damage on this little boy and 1 for each of those.
Yeah.
Now the autocannon, trying to finish the last 2 hull points left.
Yeah.
With the autocannons.
It is sustained, so... 3 ones.
1 explosive.
And I have...
It's not yet enough. No.
This...
Close, but it's going to be 1 hull point of damage. It is not crippled yet. He has 1 hull point left. They tried to be greedy, they tried to optimize, but they were close.
Yes.
Now is the turn of the Kaiser Elector. He moved very tightly. It was very limited. He is actually within 30 inches of this Partusov, even though it's very hard to say. He is going to launch his torpedoes on the robot because he has very bad SDV value, and heavy gun batteries on this Partusov here. We start with the heavy gun batteries. So it is going to shoot them individually, these heavy gun batteries. So 2 times 7. First roll, good roll. 2 explosifs. Putain. 13 hits. It was very close to be a critical. It's going to be 1 point of damage.
Et tu refais une chose?
Non, pas si tu peux. Moi?
Tu peux faire mieux?
Second roll. Voilà.
Un point de dommage.
1 whole point of damage on the Partusov. He goes down to 8. And now the torpedoes.
On the robot?
Oui, on the giant Vitruvian Colossus. torpedoes.
Ah, t'as 3 explosifs.
Ouais, 3 explosives. Quite good. Okay.
Pas si mal.
I have a very little defense roll. In the end, with the torpedoes, it was 1 whole point of damage for the Kostroma. He tried to intercept these things. He did nothing because 2 ADV is very low. It is the end of the first turn. We are going now to see 24 dices with weight of fire on this Kostroma from the air attack of the SRS. Weight of fire, so reroll in blank.
Choose blank, the 2 blanks.
Staying blank. 4 explosives.
Another
Another explosive. And another explosive. No, so that's it. It's already 4 whole points of damage. So he's already crippled, my little robot. That's very bad. And 2 explosives roll because it's piercing. And...
catastrophic explosion.
Ah bah putain.
Especially.
So there's going to be 2 more points of damage. The Kostroma has 1 whole point left and is in the black. Needless to say, he will not do many things anymore. That's going to be it for the first turn. 2 victory points here, 2 victory points there for the table control, and let's go for the second turn. The Imperium has the initiative. They are going to focus all they have on them. They really want to cripple everyone, so there is no Cryoblast anymore. Already this Cryoblast is deactivated, and if they can deactivate both of them, they will be very happy. There's going to be 19 dice of Stormclaw on this, it's going to hurt, and then 6 and 6 of Autocannon.
Yeah.
Starting with the Stormclaw. And another explosive, making, okay. He's on the red with shredded defense and to the yellow. Autocannon on the same, poor little guy.
Sustained.
Sustained, luckily for him, 1 explosive. That's going to be another point of damage.
Yeah.
Last autocannon on the one that has 1 whole point left. Oh oui.
Sustained.
Ah merde.
Explosive. Ah putain.
Oh oui. Oh, I'm very happy. Oh yes. He is not crippled. There is a cryoblast coming somewhere. After a lot of optimization about the shooting and everything, the 3 Bogeteers, even though 2 of those were crippled, managed to destroy 2 of the Jaegers and to finish sinking the Stark Imperium. It was quite close, but indeed good optimization of the linking. So the day won. They're though very, very much damaged, and basically my last remaining unit is the Partusov. Back to the Imperium. The Kaiser is activating. He declared all his weapons one after the other on this unit. He declared everything on this guy, so as soon as he sinks him, it starts to go on the other of the 3 Bogeteers, and torpedoes on him. First, we're going to see the torpedoes trying to finish the last hull point of the Kostroma. 3 explosifs. 3 explosives. Another explosive. Bon. Yeah, super. Ça fait, that's enough.
Yeah.
No critical, but the Kostroma is going down. Now, let's have a look for the heavy broadsides, I guess?
Yeah.
First.
Reroll les bleus.
Oui. Rerolling blues.
Heureusement, il est très pourri ton jet.
Because of fusillade.
Ici aussi.
Oui. That is 1 whole point of damage.
Bah, il passe en critical.
The storm generator.
Ah, ça c'est vachement mieux ça. Voilà.
Okay, that hurts.
Ça fera 3 tirs.
C'est ça. Now the 3 heavy gun batteries, they are not linking them at all because they only have 1 whole points left, each of them.
C'est bon?
Oui. The first guy is destroyed. Second roll is not enough to kill him. Third shot.
On relance le...
Ouais, 1 explosive. Ah, c'est bon. It's already dead. It's already dead. Stop. Ah. Activation of the Partusov. I really want to finish those 2 guys that are fragile but very powerful. So I'm going to put 2 railguns on one of them, 1 railgun on the other one, and the 3 seismic mortar on this guy. Torpedoes on the Elector. We'll see how it goes. The Partusov did a very good activation, sinking both of their air ships and doing 3 points of damage, including a critical on the Kaiser Elector, actually 4 points of damage, I think it was, because he also made a Cryoblast. So that is good. The Bluchers are coming to shoot everything on the Partusov. 7 attacks of heavy volt gun battery. 4 attacks at 7 dice of heavy volt gun battery. The first attack, 2 explosives. Nope, nothing. Second attack of heavy volt gun battery at long range, 7 dices. Ah bah ça c'est oui, c'est déjà un point de dégâts. 1 whole point of damage.
Yeah.
Third attack. And okay, 1 explosive. Who knows? No. Third attack does nothing. And fourth attack of heavy volt gun battery. That is 2 whole points of damage on the Partusov. And now the torpedoes, yes. 10 dices of heavy Speerschlauder. The Speerschlauders do nothing. So that is 2 whole points of damage on the Partusov. That is going to be the end of the second turn. 1 point gained here. And I think 2 points for the control of the terrain there.
Yeah.
And that is going to be it for the second turn. I got the initiative, luckily for me. I think that's really determining. It's very important for this one. I moved the Partusov to mega boarding and everything. He's gonna use heavy firepower at 54 on this guy. They didn't have enough cards, even with Fortuna 4, to counter it. These guys went on the side, broadside on this guy, sonic or seismic mortar on this guy, torpedoes of the Partusov on this guy. A Cryoblast on the Kaiser Elector. We said all the railguns here, and I'm gonna try a boarding at the end. We will meet at the end of the shooting, but before the boarding. So, between everything, I did 1 point of damage on the Blucher, and the Kaiser Elector is crippled barely to the exact hull point left. He has 3 hull points left in its crippled status. I'm very happy of this because it will reduce his Citadel value and ADV value for the boarding. So now, of course, this guy is going to declare a boarding, helped by the 3 little Ruriks, all of them attacking the Kaiser Elector. Now, the boarding of the Partusov, it's quite a good ship for boarding. It's 14 dices plus it's 3 Ruriks plus 2 per Rurik. It's going to be 20 dices with elite crew. And actually, we just checked and we were surprised. The Kaiser Elector does not have elite crew. We thought so. It's a bit weird that a big Prussian ship does not have it, but it does not. So 20 dices for the boarding. Rerolling the 4 blanks. Okay. So 5 explosives, and that's it. That is 25 hits, and the defense roll, j'ai peur que ce soit pas assez, hein. That is going to be more than 9 of difference, so it's going to be 4 points of damage because 2 catastrophic explosion, and also he goes to the black and then further in the morale. The Elector, Kaiser Elector is sunk in an epic boarding action by angry Russian Marines. That was an extremely good activation of the Partusov. Last activation for the Imperium, and then we'll close the game. He will shoot everything at this unit, and he will actually try a boarding on the Partusov. We'll see at the end what happened. That's it for the round. We will not make the activation of the last damaged Bogatier. They did 1 point of damage on the Partusov and then tried to board, but it was not enough, and they got actually a counter boarding, getting another point of damage. We're gonna end here. 10 points for the Commonwealth, 6 points for the Imperium. Victory for the Commonwealth. Actually, he was playing for the Commonwealth. No, that explains. No, we're kidding. Victory of the Commonwealth. Let's first have a look at the consequence of this victory on the narrative campaign, and then we will have a talk for the debriefing.
The operation was a resounding success for the Commonwealth, as they managed to destroy both the Stark Imperium and the Kaiser Elector, while the powerful Partusov-class battleship, the Frozen Hearth, supported the landing operations with its tri-railguns. Landing on the rear of the Prussians' defensive positions, the Russian ground forces pushed the Imperium troops back and managed to now form a complete front one line of battle, isolating the Prussians on their part of the peninsula. The White Flotilla immediately built a small outpost on the newly conquered southern coast and asked for some British ships of the Task Force Mordred to regroup there. Admiral Stolyarenkova had another operation in mind and an old grudge to settle. And now let's switch to the debriefing.
So that's it for today's game. We hope you enjoyed, even though it was only 1,000 points, it allowed us to make some quick and fast maneuvers. It was very fun to play for the Commonwealth at least.
Yeah, this is the same for every party. The Commonwealth have a good way or a good mojo with the dice, but not for us.
We call it Fortune of War.
That's the experience.
Yeah, the experience of rolling the die.
Yeah, the dice are devastating for all of us.
What did you think of the list, of the game?
For the list, well, I forgot at first glance, but you really shouldn't try playing destroyers against Commonwealth, because there were kind of nerfs. Really the strength of these units, which have a lot of small.
It really cancels out the autocannons.
Yeah, sure. So, I think for the list, we were at a disadvantage. No, as to how we played rather well, I think.
I think
we didn't make that much mistakes, I think.
You have a good plan.
Maybe I should have measured when I charged with the destroyer. So I wanted to board.
At some point.
I mismeasured.
That might have finished off the whole
unit. Sure. But in the end, it wouldn't have changed so much, because you had so much firepower. As for the rest of the game, really strong list for the Commonwealth. With a lot of railguns, which were really adapt against an aerial flame.
Against aerial units, yes. Very good.
So you could really cancel my Stark Imperium really easily. Within 2 turns it was destroyed. We tried what we could, but in the end we lost. And I'm not sure we could have done better, actually. Maybe if luck was more on our side than on yours, we could have scored a draw, but...
Actually, I think it was relatively balanced. Like, it really changed at the end when I have this double activation of the Partusov. I play the last of the turn 2 and then I play first in turn 3. This allows me to really cripple and actually at the end destroy the Kaiser Elector. If it was the other way around, I think the Kaiser would have destroyed the Partusov.
Well, at first I thought that in a duel with the Partusov against the Kaiser Elector, the Kaiser was stronger. And indeed is stronger.
It is, but he didn't get a chance to attack or board or
because you crippled really easily, a bit too much easily. So you really rolled the dice well when you had to, and you usually had the right card to play to score a lot of points. So that's what put you in.
I was surprised you didn't cancel my Fortune of War, because heavy firepower on 3 tri-railgun is really good.
But we couldn't. Even with we were four cards add up, we didn't reach the 54, which is a bit of a shame.
It's more like you have bad luck.
Maybe the 2 we were bad luck.
But
really
luck sometimes it comes and goes with these games. And in the end, I still think it was a balanced game and quite fun. In the beginning, I really thought I was losing.
Yeah, sure. I thought we had you on the hook when we started to strike on the Moroscos, but then you slipped away.
Still, it was really fun. We hope that you guys enjoyed. If you did, give us a thumbs up. If you're not yet subscribed, then please do subscribe so you don't miss the next battle reports that you will see and tacticas that we release quite often. We will take a little pause in terms of battle reports for now. So in the coming weeks it will be more like tacticas, what to build and this kind of things. Because for us, as we record, it's just a little bit before Christmas vacations. When you will see, it's probably going to be New Year already. So there will be a little pause in battle reports, but within 3 weeks we will start doing that again. So again, thank you very much for watching, and until the next video, remember to keep spreading the love all around you. Bye!